Welcome to day 4 of my journey of learning Protoss. So today I wanted to talk about something more general. It's the idea of analyzing your own play and finding out where you still have potential to improve, and if it is the best idea to focus on this part to improve it, or if something else might be easier to improve and more beneficial in the long run. Let's get right to it. So, as probably everyone who watches this video knows, StarCraft is no easy game. It is full of complicated things to learn and there's always something to improve on. It doesn't really matter if you're Bronze League or Grandmaster. There will always be some areas of the game you could do better. Most of the time the hardest part is finding those areas you should or could improve on, which makes it sometimes difficult to progress in your overall skill as you don't know what you should improve. So your first priority and the first thing you should think about it if you are hitting a plateau, or if you think you should be a better player but can't get to a higher skill level, is always find what is holding you back and where your own mistakes lie and how you could overcome those problems. As I said, with this being the hardest part, there is no easy answer on how to find those problems. A few tips I can give are asking your opponents after the game what they think you could do better, or asking a friend to watch a replay of yours. Watching streams also helps, as well as watching obviously pro gamers and competitive matches. For me personally, with learning a new race, I watched a lot of streams and just had a look at the little details in the early game that I could do better, and I had no idea how to do them or what are efficient. So my whole focus until now was pretty much the early game, you could call it the openers, and how to start into a new match with the necessary infrastructure and the units. But with almost 200 games played and a placement in the mid to high Platinum League, I think it's just not enough anymore to just have a good opener. It's time to focus on specific builds with coordinated attacks and follow-ups after that. To show you more specific what I mean, I searched for a good negative example and found this replay. It's a pretty good opener, I think. It's a PvZ. I scout the opponent, react to his third base with my own third base, and have at least a good opener, I think, which gives me a good start into the game. But from there on out, in this game it failed horribly, as I got all the necessary tools, but I don't use them correctly in the mid game. This shows exactly the problem I'm having right now, with the opener being somewhat okay or good, I think, and then in the mid game I fall off as I don't know or haven't put too much thought into how to kill my opponent off. I try different things but don't have a proper build, so I have no clear path on what my next attack should be and how I should execute it, and I should have a plan for the late game, but at the moment most of the time I either finish my games off in the mid game or lose in the late game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, as it gives me a clear path on what to improve. So for the next few weeks I will focus on the mid game to get the proper unit composition out, even figure out first what is the proper unit composition in what scenario, and while doing so I hope I figure out the necessary micro I need, like Disruptor micro is pretty hard, as well as Blink Stalker micro and multitasking in general, as Protoss seem to be the harass focused race nowadays, with a drop in the main base and not so much like in Heart of the Swarm, building up a big army and then go and frontal attack. It's not working anymore with the nerf to Colossus, so it's more like getting an army, as far as I have seen in pro matches, on DreamHack especially in this weekend. Getting an army, defending this army with disruptors, and while doing so harassing the opponent's bases with Warp Prison seems to be pretty effective. But we will get to this in another video. So let's just focus back onto this game. As I said, I got all the tools I need for a mid to late game composition, but I stupidly choose to go for a random 9 gate whatever attack with adepts and stalkers without blink, just with the adept attack upgrade, which is in retrospective a really stupid idea. I think it could work with a specifically tailored build to it to, I don't know, hit a minute earlier than what I'm doing. You see, it's pretty much without a proper build in the mid game you fail. It's not like playing Zerg where you can just mass units and tech switch easily with the lava mechanic. You pretty much with Protoss are more bound to what you have opened. You can clearly see that my build is bad as attacking with 1000 minerals and gas banked up, which if those minerals would have been spent into units before attacking, I probably would have won this game. But in this case it's over and I lost this game. And that's about it for this video. Just thanks for watching.
The firstborn shall persevere.